let's have a beautiful experience. In this video, we're going to talk about synergy, how to naturally raise your testosterone, your human growth hormone, and make your penis bigger. It's a beautiful thing. You gotta love it. All right, before we get started here, please do me a huge favor. Please ring the bell, subscribe to the channel, of course, tell some friends. Make sure you're ringing the bell like Rocky Balboa says. Yo, I didn't hear no bell. So make sure you follow me on my social media. I go by Jesus_Detroit on my Instagram, Snapchat, I'm YOUNGDAYGO. And that's right, in this video we're talking about synergy, because you know what we're all about here in the BCC, the Big Cock Consciousness, the Big Cock Collective, where I help you manifest a bigger, wider, thicker, longer, stronger, and harder penis, help you naturally raise your testosterone and your HGH. I'm a spiritual guide and a mentor here to expand your mind and increase your size. So without further ado, I'm here to tell you about some synergy. And yes, man, these times are just all chaotic and whatnot, and to me it's just a beautiful time to just kind of just, you know, like I always say, go inside and calibrate and find what you're, you know, find of course what you're grateful for today. And when we're talking about synergy, it's about, you know, utilizing energies around you to produce, you know, the best result. But when we're talking about the gratitude attitude, you know what we do every single day. Before my feet hit the ground, before I got a breath I can recollect, you know the sound. Go ahead and take this breath with me. You know it feels beautiful. Just feel this. I got a shot today. I feel beautiful, because gratitude is the attitude. Every single day you got to be thankful that you woke up, that you got a breath in your lungs, because this is just, you know, a beautiful existence, the journey, the unfolding, the existence, the magic, and this is where we're at, the miracles of life. And like Rocky says, you know, in the voice I like to say it in, you got a shot today. A shot at what? A shot of life. And that's a beautiful thing that you ought to know. And like I say, man, every single day, you know, the most important thing is, if you want beauty to appear, you got to keep this clear. You got to be a clear conduit for growth. And, you know, that's really what it comes down to, man. And, of course, doing the things that just keep you happy, putting the smile on your face. And that's going to be the thing that just really just, you know, forward produces your results of, you know, of course, naturally raising your testosterone, your human growth hormone, and, of course, making that huge piece of meat swing at the knees and throb to the pecs, making you your best. You know what we're talking about here. We're talking about that synergy flow, about, you know, if you're able to line up with the right partner or whomever, whatever, where you're able to grab that energy, where you guys ultimately have, you know, the same, you guys are going into, you guys have the same the end result, you know. And it's like pretty much you guys, whatever it may be, are utilizing each other's strengths. And that's really what the synergy is all about. It's about, you know, using what you got and being able to bring out the best in other people and bringing out the best in yourself. And that's going to definitely be the way that we can help. And of course, the BCC is a synergy flow in itself. It's a collective, it's an energy. And, you know, there's, you know, of course, I'm here for you, and we're, you know, we're all here with the same, you know, intention and goal of, you know, of course, continuously growing, continuously making that huge piece of meat even bigger. And what it all comes down to is, you know, making sure that you're, you know, not in your own way. And that's really what this is all about. And I'm, you know, of course, you know, I utilize a whole bunch of techniques that are like continuously flowing through me, man, every single day. We're talking, we got these at-home workouts that are just getting people all sorts of results and crazy, because the collective energy is shifted, where we're talking about how the earth is shifted. And I don't know, I just felt like saying a Kid Rock line. I'm just thinking about it right now. But when we're talking, you know me, Detroit Rock City, the earth is shifted and gifted, you know what I mean? And what we're talking about, you know, with this whole shift of like how at-home workouts actually have more power now because more people got to go inside and more people understand that you can gain results from them. It makes it more productive, and that is essentially what's been going on. And the fact that I'm, been a guy that always works out at home anyways, going inside, talking to the divine, and really being able to understand, different types of techniques of working out in aroused states, utilizing cock rings, utilizing urine therapy, any type of way that can make you grow. I mean, if you gotta drink your piss, I know that might sound crazy to some, but there's a whole movement behind it, and you know what, to each their own. If you want to try it, go ahead. I'm not condoning you to do it, but I mean, it's just, sometimes you got to train insane or remain the same. And, if you can be able to get some beautiful nutraceuticals and type of, testosterone boosting miracles that you got within you, and how it can actually help, benefit you, strengthening your, immunity and everything that you got within you. That's something that, anybody would want to tap into. Of course, there's other ways of going about it, but I just think that's just one way. And me, you're always doing the Wu Wave flow, the path of least resistance, not doing things in a specific order or, a particular way, just kind of doing things in the flow of the day as they come. And that's just really what it's all about. And we're talking about, utilizing, crazy, techniques that might seem like they're way out there or way in here or whatever they may be to you. The best thing that I can say is all truths are true. You just got to find the ones to make you, you. There is no wrong way at anything that you're doing. Just got to always be on the good side of the grow. That is the flow to go. And you really got to understand that. And like I said, we're in these chaotic times, and like I've been, personally, I've been thriving. Sometimes, I don't know if it's a mantra I've been saying, but like in chaotic times, I tend to thrive. And you could go ahead and write that down, but it's really been, it's been profound in my life, and I've been feeling it, but I feel like I thrive at any given time. And even thriving right now is a beautiful thing. And when we're talking about utilizing synergy, of course, lining up with the right partner, and there's a synergy in the self of just, of energy of whatever you're studying. Like there's a whole movement and a collective behind it. And when you're able to just get on that, that same level and just really just rocket it just towards your, desire of what you're intending on becoming, I mean, that's a beautiful thing. And for that, we got to say salute, because me, holding my accountability, and you can count on me waiting for you in the parking lot. That's right, Mr. Larson, holding the accountability. You got to get a beer in me every single day, because, I'm putting that good into me, because I feel that it's a beautiful beverage, and there's a lot of beautiful reasons for me to enjoy this moment. I got a lemon in there, and it's just something that, you're getting the beauty of, it's great for, gaining muscle, and you can argue which way you want to be, but if you want to be on the side of the tracks where you happen to be, that's where you're at. And for that, salute. It's a beautiful thing, man. Every single day, gotta enjoy that. Been having some vino, having some pasta, doing a whole bunch of running around like I'm talking about. I've been doing a whole bunch of JoJo and Jesus type of things, and that can definitely help you utilize, You're going to be definitely seeing some surprises in the upcoming future. But I feel like, in this whole times of what we're going through, man, I've just been really thriving and just finding profound ways of exercise. And for that exercise, like I say, man, I teach you, the super joke and the super edge and the super Kegels, and I'm talking about utilizing crazy types of workouts and different types of flows, and I can definitely be I could be the synergy to your go. And you guys definitely ought to hit me up, if you guys want any more hands-on help and online coaching, and where I can throw a program together where you can put action into practice, because there is no wrong way to this. There's just the fact of deciding that you're drawing a line in the sand, and on this other side I'm stepping into the grow, and that's how you step into your flow, and that's what you ought to know. And of course, like I always say, man, energy is neither destroyed nor created. I think Einstein, somebody that's scientific said that. Me, I don't discredit science, but I don't discredit magic, and the feel is real. So you can go ahead and just grab it at any given time right now, and understand that there's There's energy always there to be grabbed, and that's a beautiful thing that you ought to know. And we're talking about the collective energies that shifted with making that at-home workouts more, profound right now, understanding that it's your body and your mind that is all connected. That is the synchronistic energy that we're talking about, putting your mind into the size, and that is what Paramahansa Yogananda tends to talk about when it's, the book, The Autobiography of a Yogi. And Steve Jobs intends on us to read that book. And my favorite quote from him is, the ones that believe they're crazy enough to change the world are the ones that do. For that, Steve Jobs, I love you. And what we're talking about with Paramahansa saying the mind is the wielder of muscle. It's the mind that it puts on the sides. Your mind is increasing the muscle mass. You are tapping into the divine every single time that you're given that grace of a pump, and you're feeling that, you're feeling the muscles just really expand and grow and flow, and you're understanding that the feel is real. It doesn't matter about how many sets you're doing, how many reps you're doing, how much food you're eating. All that matters is about putting your mind into the size and understanding that you can increase your size. And like, I got my positive mantras I like to say, like, I am magic, I am divine, and the universe is on my side. Then of course, you gotta give gratitude to your muscles. I am so happy and grateful that my huge, beautiful muscles are growing bigger, harder, stronger, more defined, abundantly. And of course, for the penis, I'm so happy and grateful that my huge, beautiful penis is growing bigger, wider, thicker, longer, stronger, and harder, abundantly. And then of course, like Abraham Hicks tends to say, I have some ones I love to just go with, as things are always working out for me. That's a beautiful flow that you ought to know at any given time. But when it's time to increase that size, you know where I'm going with this. When you got to get one last rep out, it doesn't matter how many hours you've been up for. It doesn't matter about what you just been doing, how many sets you've been feeling. All that matters is about getting it in and feeling every second of that grow, and understand that you got the flow, you got the glow. So go ahead and feel this. I am magic, I am divine, and I can increase my size. Oh yeah, 20, getting lit, getting ripped, getting huge. It's a beautiful thing. Growing in the quarantine, getting that flow, getting that grow. You gotta love that. The feel is real. And for that, we say salute. It's a beautiful thing. You gotta love it. Oh yeah, antifreeze. Yeah, I had to hit you with a suburban commando line. I don't know. I feel Netflix has definitely got to get it lit, getting that Hulk Hogan section. You know what I'm saying? Some Mr. Nanny, some suburban commando, Santa Claus with muscle. I don't know. Maybe some WWF stuff. But you know what I'm saying, brother? If you're into that kind of thing. But either way. There's an abundance of entertainment out there anyways. And like I say, whenever you got to do something to make you do this, you're doing something right, because the smile is divine. It's made inside the mind. And anytime that you're lifting that up, you're lifting up the spirit, you're lifting up your energy, and you're able to change the way that you're going throughout the day. And I look around and I see some change, the way you guys like me so much. But then I see a change. And if I could change, you could change. Everybody could change. I just had to hit you with a Rocky 4, thinking of the Drago, because anytime that I could just go ahead and just grab that. We're talking about smiling, we're talking about love, we're talking about laughing, we're talking about just making sure that you're doing lifting the spirits up, lifting the grow up, and that's what it's all about, man. You got to be relaxed to be erect. You got to be relaxed to live, man, and that's what it's all about, man. So you got to take it. You got to take her easy on yourself. You don't want to go ahead and beat yourself up too much. Should I do this? Should I do that? I was talking about this a lot, I think, in one of my last few videos about, not really getting on yourself about, the outcome, because it's like you got to make a decision and decide. And then at the other side of that, just don't be thinking about the one thing when you're really, wanting to do the other thing. Stick to the one thing that you wanted to do and forget about the other thing, because that's the way that you can enjoy it. Because otherwise you're going to go into that mental, that mental war of, beating yourself down to your knees if you let it. Because you, me, or nobody's going to hit as hard as life. but it's not about how much you could take. It's about how much you could hit. And look at me, I'm slipping right now. You know what I mean? It's about how much. It's not about how much you could take. I might look at me. Whatever. You know what? You heard it enough in the other videos, anyways. But you know, that's what we're talking about. But I feel like I gotta say it anyways. But it's not about how hard you could hit. It's about how much you could take and keep moving forward. That's how it's done. Now, if you know what you're worth, go out and get what you're worth. But it's not about pointing fingers at him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. That's right. I had to get it in. Rocky Balboa. You know what we're talking about. It's something that always resonates with me anyways, and I really feel that it all comes down to the grow and the flow of what we're going through today at any given time, and just living in this now, because you got to enjoy the now that you're in, because essentially that's all we got. So make sure you're smiling as much as you can. You got to scroll the gram, look at a big booty pic, look at, whatever just makes you feel like this, a spiritual quote. We're talking maybe a wolf or an animal or any type of thing that just makes you feel good. Watch some type of comedy, something on the Netflix that's making you feel happy and beautiful, and you're doing something right. But if it's taking you away from your moment and just really making you judge your life, that's no good for nobody. You need to scrap that. That's where you evaluate that kind of thing. And what we're talking about, essentially every day is love. And that is the most profound power of them all. And that is something that is real. Here we Lou didn't lie. We're talking about the power of love. And we're talking about that it's a whole feeling about, you got to make sure that you're taking care of, you want to treat others the way that you want to be treated. You want to be able to intend on giving the world what you feel, because essentially it's a reflection of you anyways. So like I say, you want to make sure you love yourself. You got to look in the mirror and say, I love you. You got whatever words you want to say, but I saying I love you is a powerful statement that you can say to yourself every time you look in the mirror. Don't feel bad about it, because the more that you love yourself, the more other people are going to love you back. And that is something that you will definitely feel every single time. The more you practice it, the more it comes back. It's that yin and the yang, the wu to the way, and you're going to definitely feel that flow. And then, of course, me talking about that chakra system anyways. We're talking about that third eye, that pituitary gland that drips that DMT. Joe Rogan, and we ain't got to snort for it, jab a vein for it. All you got to do is sleep. And you're battling out in the astral realms, or at least I am, man. I'm grateful that I can recollect majority of my dreams. I understand that whenever you're dreaming, you are definitely releasing that growth hormone, and that is essential for, building the body. And when we're talking about, that's funny, because, my father told me I ain't got much of a brain, so I better develop my body. And really, I don't know why I had to throw a Rocky one line at you. You know what I mean? It just felt right at that given time, because I'm just kind of all over the place with my synergistic flow. And that's all something you ought to know. It was when he was running on the ice in part one. And it was just great. She's like, my mother told me the exact opposite. She told me I ain't got much of a body, so I better develop my brain. Oh yeah, me and you make a pretty good couple of coconuts. I'm dumb and you're shy. Like my turtles, cuff and lick, Absolutely. I just had to throw that at you. You know how I'm always going with. But never forget this, all right? While you're thinking about that, think about this. The Matrix hack is where it's at. Because no matter who comes across your mind today, if you're in the room, if you're thinking about somebody, whether you have a good, bad, or neutral thought, just intend on that person, that soul, to have a beautiful day, to feel love in some kind of way, and you go along your day, and you just hacked the Matrix. You just made the world a better place. And that's what it's always coming down to. Make sure you're spreading that love every time that you can. You're going to definitely feel it coming back. And that is what that's what it's always about here. That's how you're going to definitely make the results happen. It's about getting out of your own way, man. And that's how you grow, man, because we're here to grow. Everybody is born from excitement. Essentially, the people that brought you here, or however you came into this world, was an explosion of love, an explosion of life. And you got to go ahead and give grace and gratitude every single moment that you got a breath, because we come from excitement. And anytime that you're being excited and you're flexing that energy, you can do no wrong. You are paying homage to the divine creation of what we all are, because, you know, like I said, man, we come from the stars. Whatever's inside of me, inside of you, inside the blue, you whatever makes you feel something is all you. And I don't disrespect or, you know, anybody's belief, man. As long as you're coming with love and coming with energy, you can do no wrong. And for that, I say salute. And of course, make sure you're hitting me up in the social media. Drop me a line if you really want to put a program together. You want to do some online coaching, I'm here for you. Make sure you're checking out my Cat C on the gram. He's always taking care of the neighborhood. I got my wolf and my bear always there. I took him for a beautiful run today. You know, running barefoot and, you know, getting that fresh air was really something profound and beautiful, and I'm appreciating that. So like I said, man, I'll be seeing you guys around. Make sure I intend on all of us to grow, all of us to just feel that love today. Intend on all of us to grow into the huge giant guys that we are. We're talking about not worrying about the little gremlins at your feet, just looking at that huge piece of meat, swinging at the knees, throbbing your pecs, give it a kiss. How you doing? Not stopping on your best friend's house or anybody that's, you know, down there that's full of love, because that's all we are. We're not worried about nothing, because we're huge. We're spreading that love. We're spreading that magic. We're spreading the, you know, we're spreading the miracles of what we are. So I intend on you guys to feel some love today. Feels beautiful, and, you know, of course, you know, feel beautiful being naked as well. So for that, I'll be seeing you guys around, and now take it easy. Peace. Love you guys.